Hey, what's up you guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate SG-1. This is Season 7, Episode 21. We're going to be finishing Season 7 today, which is really exciting, because Season 8 is where Atlantis starts as well, so, you know. I will talk about what will be happening with Stargate, at the beginning of the next video. Hopefully I remember. So make sure you pay attention to that shit, because I don't want to have to repeat myself. I don't want people asking me, where's this? What's going on with this? I answered. I told you. Well, I will tell you soon. Alright, let's get into the episode. That is really like... Do people shave like that? That's really harsh. I feel like you would cut yourself really easily. I don't really know.
What? Jack,
I don't shave my face.
I've been translating the ancient writing on the colonnade SG-2 discovered on P3X-439. It talks about a library of knowledge, Jack. I think the monument contains a repository of the ancients.
Repository, you say?
Thing that grabbed your head, made you talk crazy, and nearly killed you.
Well, it sounds like we should stay away then.
We should go there as soon as possible.
Yeah?
So?
I'll be there in half an hour.
Okay, bye.
No, wait. Don't hang up. I need a 7-letter word.
I told Sam I wouldn't help you.
And this will be the one thing she doesn't know. Up, down, charmed, blank.
Strange.
No, thanks anyway.
No, the word you're looking for.
It wasn't necessary for you to pick me up, sir.
Lost City.
I was on my way from the athletic club. Besides, there are very few people who could properly brief you for this interview.
Interview? I agreed to have just a meeting.
How would you respond if I told you the Air Force is currently conducting top secret operations with an alien transportation device called the Stargate? It was
Okay,
discovered
so
in
you're
the
just
early 1900s
telling
in
everybody
Giza,
now.
Not too far from the Great Pyramids.
Is this a joke? What is it?
A note from the president. And you might want to read this.
Good morning, SG-1. Nice of you to join us.
Good morning, sir.
I've read Dr. Jackson's report on his translation. Given what happened the last time you encountered something like this, I'm surprised you're so willing to take on this mission.
So am I, sir. Jack?
Daniel?
Why wouldn't we want to gain access to the greatest repository of knowledge in the known universe? Once and for all, find the lost city of the ancients and use their advanced technology to save the entire galaxy from the evil oppression of the Goa'uld.
Well, there's that.
From the mission file I've read, this is one of those things that whips up from the wall, grabs your head, and rearranges your brain, right?
Sort of.
It basically downloads the entire library of ancient knowledge into a person's mind. That massive amount of data then slowly unspools into your brain, eventually taking over your consciousness completely.
Except for it wasn't meant for a physiology as primitive as ours.
Easy, fella.
I thought the report said you almost died last time, sir.
The Asgard were able to remove the information from O'Neill's mind before he was lost to us.
So, why don't we just shoot Thor a call, get him standing by as backup?
He's not responding.
None of our alien allies have been particularly reliable of late. Should something happen again?
General, no one's saying that anyone should directly interface with the device. We're suggesting it be extracted and brought home for study.
The engineering team that studied the last one of these devices you found determined nothing after 6 months of research.
We believe that that device's power source was depleted when Colonel O'Neill activated it.
Recent intel suggests that Anubis has become a serious threat to dominate the rest of the Goa'uld in a very short time. We have to consider Earth is at risk now more than ever. If the knowledge contained within this device can lead us to technologies we can use to defend ourselves, we must pursue it.
Why didn't you just say that?
Sorry.
You have a goal.
The file you read in the car is just the beginning. You might want to familiarize yourself with some more of this before you take the job.
She's gonna be the new doctor.
Science fiction isn't fiction, and I mean, I've known there were secrets, big secrets, but this. I don't know what's scarier, the fact that this is all true, or the fact that you're telling me.
I realize you haven't met the president yet. Just try and say no.
Reynolds, Set up a defense perimeter as you see fit.
You got it.
There's like a statue in the background.
SG-1, move out.
Looks like it's broken, yeah.
Look out.
Yeah, step back.
We just have to figure out how to get this thing out of the wall.
Careful.
All right, one more time. Why are we doing this?
We got multiple bogeys coming in fast.
Dial the gate!
SG-1, we have incoming.
Why are you shooting? You're nowhere near them.
All right, let's go. Jack, we can't just leave. Daniel!
You must not allow this
He
device
really
to
doesn't want to
program
do
Anubis.
this.
Fine. Jack!
Sir, he's right. If we destroy it, we lose our only chance to find the location of the lost city.
I don't understand, like, crap. Why is he so standoffish about all of this?
No. Jack, somebody has to do it. The answer is in there.
I mean, he used
We
to
don't find
be
the lost city, we're as good as dead.
ascended, so...
And who does the translating when you go ancient?
Actually, you know what? What about Till?
Who can't do it?
I'm just thinking because, like, the Tritonin will probably, like, keep him good, right? I don't know. I don't know this is happening again. But then again, it might be different for him this time, because maybe he adapted the first time. I don't know. I'm just making up reasons why it would work for other people.
SG-1, where the hell are you guys? We can't hold out for long! General Hammond, we're coming through the gate!
What happened? Didn't quite go according to plan, sir. We have to get in the infirmary. I did it again.
Why not?
The negotiation you mediated in North Africa?
Yes? What does that have to do with this?
Well, just that the Stargate probably makes that seem like child's play.
Well, frankly, sir, I have absolutely no idea what you want from me.
You brokered a dozen of the most sensitive international treaties in modern times. You speak God knows how many languages.
Just 5.
5.
Nowhere near as many as Daniel.
I suppose your aversion to the military will be an issue.
What are we talking about?
You running the Stargate program.
But Hammond.
Like to take the weekend, get a few personal things together.
The last time, it did take a couple of days before we noticed any change in the Colonel's behavior.
I'll be back Monday, ready to work.
Permission granted.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my favorite television show starts in half an hour.
Goes home and watches Charmed.
We've already done an initial review. We've decided to suspend current operations until a new government division can be established. There's no question the Stargate is a dangerous thing, but given what we know is going on out there, it's something we can't ignore.
I don't want this to sound like a terribly self-centered question.
Why you?
Kind of weird that they've picked someone that kind of,
pressuring you for control.
in a way, looks like Sam.
And I can advise you there. But I am not qualified to negotiate with aliens.
No one is, Doctor. Not you, not me. But someone has to do it.
What's wrong with Hammond?
The fact is, we can't keep this thing a secret forever.
And you want to put a friendly face on this thing when it goes public. Someone a little less threatening than a U.S. military general. What if I say no, sir?
Never going to happen. Bonnie!
Okay, so you're taking the choice out of her hands. Cool.
So, things aren't quite as simple as they seem.
Well, it never seemed simple, sir.
Be careful who you trust, Doctor.
Yeah, don't trust him.
He may be the president, but I am the one person on this fair planet you want on your side. And the one person you don't want to cross.
Hammond send you by and check up on me?
No. It's funny, really. I was out driving in my car, and I drove here.
What happened to Pete? Like, we told him about the Stargate and he's been in no episode since.
Yeah.
Did we really need to do that?
Just call.
I seriously have an issue with it. Like, even further, it's like it's led to nothing. Was it that necessary you found out in that one episode?
Sure. Why not?
Want a glass? I can wash one.
No, I'm fine, thank you, sir. So do you ever talk to her?
Can we not talk about that?
Sorry. How you feeling?
Can we not talk about that either?
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Your favorite TV show? Charmed?
Heyo.
Look at Duke's shirt. Look at him.
Oh, sorry. Are we interrupting anything?
No. What are you doing here?
Nothing. It's a funny story actually. We were driving by and we saw Sam's car in the driveway and
Funny.
Teal'c said to me, well, he didn't really say anything. He just kind of, looked at me and did that eyebrow raise thing that he kind of does. And I said to him, hey, why don't we stop by and...
Is that donuts? Indeed.
This is kind of cute. Like, I can maybe see why it was presumed this would be the last season. Because it's like, they're having like a little moment where they're just all
My lord,
together.
I believe the humans of the Towery destroyed the device you sought.
You failed to stop them.
They anticipated our arrival, my lord.
So wrong. It's the perfect analogy. Burns as Goa'uld.
They are merely animated characters, O'Neill.
You're so shallow. Oh, please. Teal'c's like one of the deepest people I know. He's so deep. Tell him how deep you are. You'd be lucky if you understand this.
My depth is immaterial to this conversation.
Oh, you see.
No more beer for you.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have to agree. I don't see the connection.
All right, that does it. You know, the entire VHS collection was going to one of you. It's going to Siler. He gets it.
Is it Siler?
Pizza.
Aww.
Well, you're not the usual delivery boy.
Is this a good time?
It's always a good time for you, sir. Come on. Let me get you a chair. Hope you like Guinness, sir.
It's a very like kind of quiet moment between them all.
Substitute for food.
I've been relieved of command.
What?
The president has effectively shut down the SGC for a 3-month review process.
3 months?
During which time
It's gonna be really awkward because
department will take the...
I'm gonna be honest. I was spoiled on one thing in the next episode. Apologies if you are watching for the first time through me, but on somebody's thumbnail for like a reaction, they wrote that Anubis comes to Earth. I mean, I presumed as much anyways. Like, we kind of have to wrap up, like, it... I presumed as much because, like, if the Lost City, Atlantis, is the key to stop Anubis, and Atlantis begins next season, we have to wrap this up at the end of this season. Like, it's just, that's all it is, right? And so... I mean, it's kind of obvious that we would have to be, like, dealing with Anubis. He would probably come to Earth. So it's not that big of a spoiler for me, but it is still a spoiler, and I thought I would mention it, because that's... I don't really like when people put, like, titles and stuff like that in their videos. Pilots, whatever, I don't care about that. But, like, continually, they can be very spoilery for people that are watching for the first time. Yeah, so it's going to be really awkward because, you know, the SGC is closed for 3 months and we're going to get an invasion.
Place of Stargate Command.
But, sir, the Colonel, we don't have much time.
That too.
Kinsey. Does anyone know anyone who voted for those two shrubs?
I've known President Hayes for a long time. He's a good man.
Despite his taste in running mates, maybe.
Robert Kinsey brought in a lot of campaign financing. For all we know, he may have used his knowledge of the Stargate as leverage to get himself a place on the ticket.
Who's replacing you, sir?
Her name is Dr. Elizabeth Weir.
Civilian?
I've heard of her. She's an expert in international politics. She mediated some high-level negotiations for the UN. I actually referenced some of her work when I drafted our first treaty for Katokra.
All I know is I've been ordered to Washington to discuss reassignment. I leave tomorrow.
General, we do have a little unfinished business here.
As far as I know, you're all to report to work as scheduled on Monday.
Something must be done.
Let's just put someone completely unqualified. Like, I don't care if she's good at politics. She's not qualified for this job. She's no experience.
Amazing, isn't it?
I don't really care.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry. I walk around with this thing. I look like a crazy person talking to myself. Elizabeth Weir.
Jack? Remember when we were first trying to get the Stargate to work, I would come here and just stare at it for hours.
Is that a gentle reminder that you've been an important part of this since the very beginning?
Subtle, huh? So, little light reading?
I've been awake all weekend. The reality of this is it's an adrenaline rush.
Hey, at least I know you have a beating heart.
I don't expect the warmest welcome from the military personnel.
You're replacing a great man, uniform notwithstanding.
Okay. But I'm hoping you, of all people, won't jump to conclusions.
Like why someone like you was here?
Someone like me?
Someone who started their career as a political activist, lobbying against the government's spending on the military?
And how I end up working for those I was criticizing. I know. But I've decided that the best way to stop the proliferation of weapons is to try and end the need for them. So I'm going to be the voice of reason to whoever will listen.
And you think that's why the president chose you to take over the SGC?
I don't know why I've been given this job. I really don't. But I'm going to do it to the best of my ability as long as I'm here. I'm going to start by examining the mandate for this program.
Don't underestimate the immediate threat.
No, I'm not. This country's history of manifest destiny cannot continue out to the rest of the galaxy, especially when this is all being done behind the back of the entire planet.
Hey, I'm not saying that everything that's been going on around here is right. I mean, we have no right to play God, but neither do the Goa'uld. Now, I know none of this may seem real to you on paper, but trust me, they're pure evil. Now, if they had the chance, they would either destroy us or enslave us all. And you can read as many mission reports as you want. But before you decide what should or shouldn't be done around here, why don't you go through that gate and see what's going on for yourself?
In good time.
Well, we may not have good time, and Jack O'Neill certainly doesn't.
I want you to know that Colonel O'Neill's current condition is of serious concern to me.
And you realize Jack only did what he did because it was our only way to find the location of the lost city.
All the off-world teams are back already.
We're receiving Master Braytak's personal identification code.
I know what an IDC is. Thank you, Colonel Pearson.
Well, he's an ally, and if we don't open the iris...
I understand that. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Not Daniel mansplaining.
This is Dr. Elizabeth Weir. She's the new leader of this facility.
Hello.
Has Hammond of Texas fallen in battle?
No, sir. He's fine.
We've had some recent changes in our political leaders. Braytak, what's wrong?
I am afraid I'm not the bearer of good news. We've had word from Jafar loyal to our cause. Anubis is gathering the full force of his fleet. He will be here within 3 days.
I know. I saw this coming.
Let's talk about your reassignment. I was thinking more along the lines of retirement, sir.
I don't think so, George. Not just yet. I want to keep you around Washington. We're going to need you and your expertise.
3 days from now is a Thursday. Thursday's not good for us.
Why now?
Anubis believes that we know the location of the lost city.
We don't.
Not yet. Yes, but he doesn't know that we don't know.
Well,
They don't know that we don't know that they know that we know they know.
Colonel O'Neill. Major Carter. Teal'c. I know these are strange circumstances to be meeting for the first time.
And you are...
Dr. Elizabeth Weir, Colonel.
You can just call her your one hope of ever stepping through the Stargate again.
Bit of a mouthful.
I know I'm playing catch-up, but I understand time is short.
Actually, it's all relative, ma'am. Carter could explain it better if we had more time.
Shall we have a seat, then? Obviously, this is a
What else
situation of
Kinsey
great
do?
importance.
Which is why I've taken it upon myself to come on down and hear what Mr. Braytak has to say personally.
Master Braytak. Master.
I beg your pardon. So, you believe the Goa'uld Anubis is planning to attack?
You may be certain of it.
I'll say this. The timing is impeccable. The moment we suspend Stargate operations, you pull this out of your hat.
Mr. Vice President.
Are you stupid?
If you're suggesting that we'd make something like this up.
That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Yes,
Why?
well, that is
Why would they
exactly
make
what
shit
we
up?
do. We sit around on our fat asses and create scenarios that put the planet at risk.
Oh, I think you'd do just about anything.
Gentlemen, for the purposes of this discussion, let's assume that Master Braytek is in earnest and that the threat is real.
Do you even know what the threat is? Anubis is half Goa'uld, half ascended ancient, with the knowledge and technology at his disposal to wipe us all from the face of the Earth.
What about negotiating?
For crying out loud, that's Durentis. What?
You just said Durentis.
Did not. Did too. Durentis, what is that?
Latin?
No, it's not.
I think what Colonel Neal is trying to say is that, based on our past experiences, negotiating would be insane. Crazy.
Yeah, I got that.
However, we believe that there may be alien technology within our reach that could defeat Anubis.
So now you're pulling a ray gun out of your hat.
Weapons capable of defending this planet.
I can't believe we're sitting here listening to this.
Mr. Vice President, on his last
Nobody
mission...
wanted you to sit here and listen to this.
That have once
Piss off!
again compromised Colonel O'Neill's valuable judgment. And the fact that on his last official mission, he has incurred the wrath of humanity's worst enemy on behalf of us all.
Wait a minute. I thought you didn't buy into the whole invasion thing.
The fact is, until we know the location of the lost city...
I know where it is.
You know where it is now?
I will. Look, let me make this simple. I come up with the lost city, we go find it. Yes or no?
No.
It's not up to you.
Who are you?
I will consider it.
Thank you.
I must return to Chulak.
I too will go, in the hope of procuring ships and warriors to defend this world.
What the hell was that? You don't know O'Neill like I do.
This is my call.
It is, yes.
Colonel O'Neill...
Is the one who got us into this mess in the first place.
I don't see...
I want him gone, Doctor. I want them all gone. You haven't figured that out yet?
Oh, I figured
Well, it's
out
not
quite a
up to
bit.
you.
Well, hallelujah for that.
Go away.
This is my office. This is my chair. Until someone tells me otherwise, I'm going to make decisions as I see fit, not as they fit into your agenda.
You have
Good.
no idea what my agenda is.
Whatever your agenda is.
Oh my god, can I rip his hair off and feed it to him? I'm so over him. Like, I just want him gone. Like, can he die, please? I literally just do not want to deal with him anymore.
If I don't see you again, I will see you soon, O'Neill.
You know something I don't?
In fact, it is you that knows something that I do not.
Hope you're right.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries.
I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Stargate SG-1 Season 7 Episode 21. It seems like we have replaced Hammond. Did we need to? No. Did we though? Yes. Fuck Kinsey. I'm so done with him. Like, I will celebrate if he dies in the next episode. I just want him to die. Like in the first 5 minutes. I want Anubis to walk up to him and be like, "Threat's real, bitch!" And then just, I don't know, suck his face off. I don't know. Look, there's a reason that I'm not a writer for the show, and it's because I can't come up with good ideas. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.